this, moving on, and I don't know who else joined me because it just says iPhone, but that's okay. You can chime in as you wish. Your phone's muted for now, but I'm on with Liz, and I know Liz from our studio, so thank you for joining. And
happy to be here.
I'm the co-founder of Four Corners Yoga and Wellness, and I changed the orientation of my iPad today because I felt like when I was having it this way.
Oh, you're doing it this way.
Yeah, so I don't know.
You know what? I'm going to try that.
It's 6 of one, half of the other. I put something behind, but then it kind of, I still feel like I'm a little bit far away, but I don't know, whatever. We'll see what you think. But yeah, we just wanted to hold these community connections so that it's something that just to keep people engaged, connected. You know, some people are worried about who's going to be on and who's going to see me. And I'm like, it doesn't really matter. You can put a picture up or you can not participate. You can just listen in. So some people I know are working still and, you know, might listen in. And so that might be some of the folks. But we can have a wonderful conversation for now, for the next 30 minutes.
Thank you for doing this, Christine.
Yes, thank you. So first question I have, since it's you and I, is what's your favorite yoga pose?
You know, that's a really good question because I'm getting to get into a lot of different poses differently now that I'm doing yoga more.
Yeah.
So I love half pigeon.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
Yep. I love the stretch it gives me in my hips, and I also love the supine leg stretches for that reason because my right hip is really tight.
Yeah.
And so I just really get some good releases out of those poses.
I definitely agree because half pigeon used to be a good one for myself too because I could really feel an opening in my hips. And it's not that I don't like it now, but I like it. But I think my hips are nicely open. I still enjoy it, but what I had aspired to learn how to do 2 years ago was fallen star, which is basically like a side plank. And I'm so pleased I can do it finally after
you can do it?
Yes.
Oh my God. You're my hero. You're my heroine.
I have not raised my leg though. I can just do it so that my feet are still on the ground, but I'm working now to get my leg raised so I'm really like a fallen star.
That is awesome.
Yes. So
wow.
Yeah, so and the other so the question is, hi Michelle, I see you just joined us. You can feel free to unmute yourself and participate as you so choose, and answer questions if I'm not really calling on people per se, but if you want to just chime in, you can chime in. If you want to raise your hand or answer, that's great too. Oh, hey Gregory, it's you.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
Great. So I know
I'm
not
eating, sorry.
Oh, don't you worry. I know not everybody participates in yoga, but I had just asked if people, if anyone had a favorite yoga pose, and if you don't have a favorite, which one is the most challenging for you, perhaps that you know are like, I'm working on it, but I don't enjoy it. Because that's how I thought about it. I was like, oh my God, I'll never be able to do this. I'm enjoying it now. So my next question is, this is a fun one. What if there are any kids on the phone, or if you have some kids around with you, no problem. They can chime in and answer. But what is when you were a child, what was your nickname? And did you like it? Were you happy with it? For me, my nickname was Christina. I don't know, everybody in my family called me Christina. I have like 2 family members or 3 that call me Chris, and they still call me now Chris, but I usually will check people and tell them, don't call me Chris, but not those particular family members. So much so that when I first met my boyfriend, and I will never forget when we came home from a family event and he called me Chris, and I was like, oh no, you can't call me Chris. Someone calls you Chris, and I'm like, that's okay, they can do it, but Christine is my Christine's name, so that's my answer. Anybody else have any nicknames?
Well, some of my friends can actually call me Greg for a nickname. That's
Cool. Very good. And you don't mind that if they call you Greg?
not to worry. It's just that my dad's name is Gregory as well, but they call him Greg and they call me Gregory so that they could actually tell the difference. But when I'm at work or with my friends, they call me Greg.
Okay.
They want to.
So I used to be called Lizard.
Oh, really? Lizard.
Lizard?
Yeah, yep, from Liz.
Wow.
So
Oh, okay.
it was more of a school kind of nickname, not in my family.
Uh-huh.
My mom called me Elizabeth. That always meant she was mad at me. I knew that when she used my full name. My dad called me Lizzie.
Okay.
So yeah, no Beth or Betsy, none of that. Just Liz, Elizabeth.
Okay.
I was called Mitch the Little Witch. I think they just added the witch because it rhymed with Mitch, and then
okay.
That's
yeah,
what I was
that's
gonna say.
all it was. So they would
because it rhymes.
say the whole thing, Mitch the Little Witch. But then I started to think I had powers, and I just didn't know about it yet. So I'm like, I would be in the mirror looking at my hands. I'm like, I wonder what I could do.
Love it.
That's
Love
awesome.
Yeah, that's so cool.
it. Eval, did you have any nicknames, child? I was wondering if
He's
Eval.
muted.
Oh, you're on
He's
mute still, Eval.
Oh, Eval is there. Hey, Eval.
There
Hey
you
everybody,
go.
how you doing?
There we go.
Hey.
Good.
I'm getting a little vitamin D right now.
Excellent.
Oh, nice. I need to do that too.
I went for a walk. It's a beautiful day.
Oh, it's beautiful out if you haven't stepped out
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was beautiful out, and I went
Oh,
on
nice.
a run. And hello.
Yep.
Yep, we hear you.
Eval, did you have any nickname that growing up?
Oh man, that's what you guys are laughing at, huh? I do recall a few from my teachers and friends. You guys can't let this cat out the bag though. I think you know, a number of names. Evil E is one that comes to mind.
Ah!
Evil E.
Wow.
So,
Oh.
yeah. And was I evil? I don't think I was, but
Yes.
conniving.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
We'll let that go.
Bitches
well,
and evil.
Right, we have to do the what happens
With the
on.
name like Eval too. Yeah, what happens on the call stays on the call.
Yes, that's what I was just saying.
No, but with the name like Eval,
Ah.
with the name like Eval, whenever I was active in class, my teachers would call me evil.
Understood.
So that was their way of just kind of upside down.
Mm.
Wow.
All right. Name the top, or if you have two things, that's fine, but name the top thing that you would like to do to make your life better right now.
Ooh.
Say, what was the question again? One more time.
Name one or two things that you would like to do to make your life better right now. For myself, really just to stay focused, which has been an ongoing thing for me. I get easily distracted, so my goal is really, I just started it today, is just trying to work for 30 minutes on whatever it is that I say I'm doing. And people have been telling me for a couple of weeks to set a timer and do the work, but an hour is too long for me. I don't claim to be ADHD, but I like to multitask. So I'm trying to commit to 30 minutes of being focused on what it is that I'm doing and not worrying about any conference call or text messages or anything like that. So that's the one thing that I'd like to change. But anybody have anything else they'd like to change in their life right now?
I'm going to try what you just talked about.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel myself and I meditate and try and breathing and I do yoga, but I feel scattered these days.
Especially these days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
especially
agree
these
with that.
days.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny that we're all agreeing with this because I think I was speaking with Christine earlier, and now we're trying to talk about, business best practices. And like right now, I happen to have a lot of time on my hands, but I don't see it as having a lot of time. It's how I use my time because I'm scattered. I'm not on my regular regiment. So I'm on social media. I'm trying to email. I'm trying to do some work. I'm trying to do some billing. And it's like, wow, my day's not structured yet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, I've actually
Right.
tried.
I feel the same way. Go on.
No, go ahead.
That Liz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
Go,
ahead,
Liz.
Okay. All
Go
right.
ahead.
I'm going. I have tried to make a schedule every day or a to-do list of 5 or 6 things that I can go back to, and just
Yeah.
even if I have a longer, big to-do list, I try and make a to-do list and a plan for every day because I used to laugh at my parents. They used to have a big calendar on their refrigerator and it was full of stuff, right? And I was like, that is just so silly.
Yeah.
Now I wish I had that calendar, right? So the more I plan, the more I think I get done.
Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Michelle,
My
what about?
parent. Oh, so
No, I was just gonna say I agree with Val. I'm not on my regularly scheduled program, but I'm finding myself every evening thinking to myself, I gotta go to bed early because I gotta get up and teach. And I'm like, no, I'm not getting up to teach.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so weird. And then when I wake up in the morning, I'm looking around. I'm like, what is going on? Like, I'm still in bed. It's
Mhm,
just.
mhm.
Then I just get up. I get up and start moving because I feel like the day just gets ahead of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before I know it, it's 4 o'clock. I'm
Yeah.
like, what did I do?
Right.
What did I do? So
Right.
I just been
True.
getting up early and just doing things, staying busy.
All right. Gregory?
yeah, I try to keep myself busy as well. I actually still have my other job that I do for
Oh.
cleaning some buildings.
Well, that's good then. That's
Mhm.
great.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. And my other question, this question here is a little bit of a tough one for myself. Do you have a greatest hero of all time? Or someone that you admire? I think for myself, I think I would go towards thinking about single moms. I think about my own mom. I always believe my moms and my aunts, all of my aunts, her sisters, they're all strong women and they're people that I admire and have modeled my life after. But I have a lot of sheroes in my life. I call them, I have a fitness shero, I have a vacation shero, I have a health shero.
Yeah.
But first and foremost, I always just go to my aunts and my mom, and they all are giving me a piece of who I am and make me try to aspire to be. So that's what I'll say.
Yeah. Hmm.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. I admire my senior students because they just get up every day without fail and do what it is they need to do. Nothing holds them back. They have that I've been there, done that attitude.
Yeah.
And I just love them. They're filled with wisdom. I love talking to them. I really admire them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could say I miss my seniors during this time because,
I miss
in
them
fact, we're still
too.
seniors. So, I mean, I'm saying seniors, but I always tell them, you're seniors based on the title, but, you're as young as you want to be, because you're right. Everyone comes out, and I don't see any difference. I mean, sometimes they complain as much as my teenagers, but it's like, their purpose for being there is even stronger than the teenage athletes I work with. But what I love about it is when we're done with our exercise, our training, they are the most, thankful and like excited about everything we've done. And I miss the energy, that we've been having. So that's a good one.
Yeah.
All right.
Hmm.
Anything else?
I mean, I'll say, you know, as far as who else do we admire, I don't know if I necessarily admire our current, you know, I don't like going to politics, but the people who are in the leadership right now who have to stand up,
Mm,
you know, I'm not gonna say necessarily that I admire them. I'm kind of throwing encouragement their way,
yeah.
you know, and it's not just to say politics. I could say our governor, our mayor. I like the fact they've been proactively offering positivity, but really a lot of our frontline healthcare workers, you know, our docs
Yep.
and nurses out there.
Yep.
I definitely admire what they're doing because they're in the front lines of a lot of what's going on, and you know, they're going about their day doing what they have to do anyway. You know, they're being heroes without necessarily being heroes.
Yeah, that's well said.
Yeah.
So here's a question for you, unless anybody else has one. So it says, there's a recent Gallup poll had said that asked 48,000 teenagers what influences teenagers most. And their answers were friends, home, school, music, television, and religion in that order. Now, taking those choices, how would you rank them for your own self of what influenced you the most?
Say them again, Christine.
Friends, home, school, music, television, and religion.
Huh.
So I think for myself, it is friends and home, and then I would go to religion and I don't really listen to a lot of music nowadays. So, and I'm not really in school, but I, you know, stay with my, you know, friends and home as my influencers, and then television and religion and television. Because at my church, my pastor's really open and forthcoming and just brings a lot to light for me. So I would rank it in that way for myself.
The way that I would actually rank it, same way as you did, Christine. I would rank it as friends first, then there's home, and then religion, and then television, like you said.
Yeah.
The same.
Yeah.
So it's the same way for me as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the first three I agree with. I'm going to use school as learning.
Oh.
And so I think I learned, like I just finished the yoga teacher training,
Yeah.
and I do TED Talks and things like that. So I'm going to put learning next.
Mm-hmm.
And then music maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with you, Christine. And then I would add music. Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
I'm making potatoes.
No problem.
We'll be there in 20 minutes.
Anything different for you?
I love it.
Oh, was that me?
Yeah. Did you have anything
Yeah.
different? Did you?
Well, I mean, I think it's because you said what influences us, right?
Yeah. How would
You know,
rank
and I initially I thought work for me.
Uh-huh.
How would I rate it?
Yes.
Yeah, initially I was thinking work, followed by Say again.
I was just saying it's friends, home, school, music, television, and religion. I'm choosing those 5 things.
Because these were
Rank them and
teenagers.
what influences
Yeah,
you.
because initially I feel like work for me. You know, I say you know work, but you know work. We say when we enjoy what we do, you know, it shouldn't feel like work. But I say work because I'm constantly around so many people and I'm interacting around so many people, so I get a lot of different perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm saying people, you know, whether they be youth, we talk about our seniors, they're working with. So I get a lot of perspective from different people throughout the day. You know, so it's not that only that they influence me, but I have to make sure I'm kind of grounded.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not necessarily swayed, but you know, I say that first, and then of course followed by I gotta have my base as far as my spiritual balance. And I say from there that would be second, and then of course friends and home.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So hate to start off with work as the first, not because it's the greatest, but I think it's the bigger influence because I'm constantly around people that I'm engaging with.
Gotcha.
That's my finance side.
Would you all consider yourselves to be a person that likes to just let things happen, or do you like to try to plan it out? I definitely like things just happen. Hold on, Michelle. Oh, I muted you. All right. Whoops. Hold on. I took her off now. Unmute. All right, Michelle. You were cooking and we could hear all the pans moving around. But
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. For myself, I'm somebody who likes to do things spontaneously.
A little bit of both. Let things flow too.
Okay.
I think I'd like to have things planned, but the truth is I probably just let things happen.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel that.
I know this from running the business, and I probably force myself to be planful, but I'm probably much better at just letting things happen.
Well, for me, I'm not actually sure, but I would might go with like, let things happen as they are.
Sometimes it's hard to let go, though.
Sounds all right. Sounds all right.
For sure.
Well, I know I'm a go-getter.
Mm-hmm.
So, go-getter in the sense of I'm constantly pushing buttons. So, I'm trying to initiate things and help make things happen or kind of get the ball rolling. I think once the ball's rolling, I like to be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But no one's pressing the button around me. I'm ready to push it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. If somebody stole something from you, would you confront them? If it was somebody you knew, would you confront them or just let it go? For myself, I probably would confront. Well,
That depends, man. Somebody you know.
Yeah, somebody you know, I probably would kind of try to go about around the way and be like, wow, I had a $1 bill there or something.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a really good question.
That is.
Yeah, that's a very good question. I'm kind of conflicted of how to answer that one.
Because you're thinking like it depends on what it is. Then they
Depending
stole,
on,
you
like-
know, how I feel about that. And then you're also, there's a part of me that's like, oh, I'll let it go. Maybe they needed it more than I did.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah.
Do you know? Because I've done that.
Yeah. I mean,
I've done
like,
that.
it depends on like what the item that they took. Like, I mean, if it was like a pencil, I would just most likely let it go. But if it was something else entirely, something like really important, that's kind of like hard for me to decide.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
All right. Eval, anything? Oh, I think he's frozen right now.
Oh.
All right.
Frozen, a good picture, though.
We'll come back. Okay, finish this sentence. The most beautiful thing I ever saw was, or if anything you've ever seen, was what? For myself, I think when I went to, I don't remember where I was, but it was like, I think it was in Aruba. It was a butterfly sanctuary. I love butterflies, and I thought it was just so beautiful. So for me, I would say that. Mm-hmm.
For me, I would say the most beautiful thing I have ever seen would be the pyramids in Egypt.
Yes.
That was just mind-blowing. It was to see it right in your face. It's just...
And of course, the most beautiful thing that I could actually think of, like, the one thing that's on the top of my head is like in Peru, like Machu Picchu. Have you ever been to Machu Picchu?
No, not
Oh,
like seeing an ancient city that was built like over 1,000 years ago. That was like really beautiful. And
That's amazing.
yeah.
I know a lot of people have gone as of the last 2 years. I know many folks, so it's on my list.
Mhm.
How about you, Liz?
So for me, a good omen for me is seeing a great blue heron.
Oh,
And,
Oh.
you know,
Mhm.
That's
they're these historic birds that fly almost like you would think in the dinosaur ages. At least that's how I look at it. So whenever I see one, it's a good sign for me, and it's always a beautiful thing.
where do you, are you like at the beach? Where do you see them?
Yeah.
You know what's really interesting? I feel as though they know it's my sign. So I see them sometimes driving into Boston, flying over the highway.
Whoa.
You know, it's like I'm
Wow.
phoned into,
Whoa.
but also, I've been to Martha's Vineyard a few times, and there are these beautiful marshes in the summer where there are families of them actually, and they're just the most majestic, beautiful birds. I just love them. As a matter of fact, I have a tattoo on my left inside leg of a great blue heron now.
Look at
Oh.
that. Wow.
wow.
Definitely connected community, learning about one another.
Wow.
Wow.
But I'd love to see the pyramids live. Oh my
Yes,
God.
sure.
And
Sure.
Machu Picchu. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have maybe one last question. We'll see. What is the best gift you've ever given someone? I can't answer that first though, because I'm like, what did I ever give somebody that I think was my best gift to them? Well, you know
Yeah,
what?
that's
I can tell you something. When I went to Israel several years ago, I brought my younger sister this medallion, and there were a bunch to choose from. And the lady was explaining to me what some of the insignias were, and I don't even remember what it was now. But when she was reading, or when I was reading them, or she was reading them to me, this particular one called to me and said, "This is for my sister." So I bought it for her. It was the most expensive gift that I bought on my trip to Israel, and I gave it to her. She just told me recently the chain broke, and she's so mad because she's never taken it off since 2007. I'm like, oh, gosh. So not 2007, 2011. So I'm on a mission to try to help her get it fixed. But
So Christine, you went to, I was supposed to go to Israel in June and it got canceled.
wow, yeah.
I
Whoa.
so want to go there.
Eval, the question is, what is the best gift you've ever given someone?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, truthfully, me, I don't think it's a thing. You know, I mean, part of me is the value of time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think time
Yes.
is everything that I think I have. I've given gifts, but if I spend time with you, or you know, we're going or we talk on the phone, I think that's, to me, that's the value of what I have.
Mm-hmm.
Value of time.
Good answer.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was going to say acceptance / non-judgment
Ah, nice.
when I can do it.
You said acceptance. Okay.
Yes, or non-judgment. So being
Yeah.
with someone in presence and understanding without judging.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else have anything else to offer? Or is your your best gift that you've ever given anybody? And if not?
Well, I couldn't actually think of anything. I mean, I have given some gifts to my friends in the past, but I don't know what would be considered the best gift.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So that's kind of hard for me to try to figure that part out.
Well, I hear you. Well, it is 3:30 now, and so I just wanted to let you know. I don't know. I'm doing the community connections as a fill-in, if you will, and so I don't know when I'll do my next one. I might do it on Saturday or Sunday, and I am still developing my self-care techniques.
Are you doing self-care?
I am going to do something for the self-care technique,
Good.
so I'll keep everybody posted.
Good.
Eval is hosting, he's also hosting 30-minute HIIT workouts, high intensity training workouts. And if you're interested,
Yeah.
and I will send you the link. But the next one is coming up is tonight at 6, and it's cool. You know, I did it 2 days ago, and let me tell you, last night I got to bed. I was like, "Ooh, I could feel my core getting stronger again," because I've been off it for 3 weeks. But
Yeah,
it's
it really
fun.
makes a difference.
Definitely. But I'll keep you all posted on the next events, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Thanks,
Thank
Christine.
you. Thank you,
Take care,
Christine.
everyone.
Thank you.
All right.
Talking with you guys.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay, see ya.
You guys. Take care, guys.